is because you don't like white people because of slavery. So I think that's what people think, that because you're angry about slavery, so that's why.
Look at verse 34. God said you would be mad.
I guess that's why people think you're a hate group, is because they think you hate
No.
them because of what's going on. But you're angry.
God hates them. Jacob have I loved. Esau I have hated. God hates them. We don't hate them. We don't hate anybody. We're at peace with people, but they don't like the truth. That's the thing. In America.
Is because you don't like white people because of slavery. So I think that's what people think, that because you're angry about slavery, so that's why.
Look at verse 34. God said you would be mad.
I guess that's why people think you're a hate group, is because they think you hate them because of what's going on. But you're angry.
God hates them. Jacob have I loved. Esau I have hated. God hates them. We don't hate them. We don't hate anybody. We're at peace with people, but they don't like the truth. That's the thing. In America, God said you would be mad.
I guess that's why people think you're a hate group, is because they think you hate them because of what's going on. But you're angry.
God hates them. Jacob have I loved. Esau I have hated. God hates them. We don't hate them. We don't hate anybody. We're at peace with people.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 1, verse 29. Be not an hypocrite in the sight of men, and take good heed what thou speakest. Call Holayim La, Al-Banawa, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakat, Chodash. Double honor to the elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone who rule well. Salutations to the Akim out there on the highways and the byways. Salutations to the hopeful elect. Salutations to you speckled birds, you Israelite foreigners. And shalom to the Akwaf, sitting and listening in silence as the scriptures say to do so. Sirach chapter 1 verse 29. Be not an hypocrite in the sight of men, and take good heed what thou speakest. Now this man, Bishop Nathaniel, is very hypocritical, man. To literally state and say what you just said in this clip, which y'all saw numerous times, that's not me putting words in his mouth. You said you don't hate anybody. You don't hate any nation. That you're at peace with all people. And that's a lie. Because as the beloved elder Yashawamba stated and said, which is clear and truthful, let GMS be brought up. Okay, y'all show y'all hatred towards GMS, slander, lies, bearing false witness, etc. That's hatred, man. Okay, and then on top of it, the only thing that's being done when it comes to GMS is the correction of the scriptures, the correction of the breakdowns, defending the gospel, man. You know, it's no jealousy or anything of that nature or having hatred towards your brother, because we're supposed to correct one another. And, you know, that also shows the fear of the Lord, and it also shows that you really care and you want to make sure that the sheep get the correct, food, which is this truth. You want to make sure that you're not leading them to a path of destruction, and you're not, having any gaps, blemishes, errors in the doctrine, man. Okay, but for Bishop Nathaniel to literally state and say that he said we, Salaki, he said we, which I'm assuming he means IUIC, doesn't hate nobody. They're at peace with everybody. And again, which is a lie. And also, too, furthermore, there's no such thing as white people. Now, see, a lot of these so-called leaders really should not be in the position as a leader and to even be calling themselves leaders. I mean, a lot of people just need to be retaught, have humility, repent, and really examine themselves. Okay? Because there's no such thing as white people. Just like there's no such thing as black people. Now, there's Edomites and Hebrew Israelites. And Salakia, there are Hebrew Edomites and Hebrew Israelites and, other nationalities that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai named according to the Bible, according to, again, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. And furthermore, we're supposed to be like-minded with Yahweh by Yahweh Shai. We're supposed to be on the same frequency, the same thought process, okay, in agreement with all things. Now let's continue. Let's go to the book. And then, it's going to be a quick one. I don't want to wrap this out. Just to get straight to the point. The beloved elder, Yashawamba, and also the priest. I forgot his name, but his channel is Soldier of Yahweh Yahweh Shai. He did this too. They brought out some precepts that I thought about already, so I'm just going to bring out some ones through the Spirit. Okay, but this is the book of St. John, just to prove the point that we're supposed to be like-minded and have the same frequency, agreed, no divisions, same thought process of Yahweh Yahweh Shai. So this is the book of St. John, chapter 17, starting off at verse 9. I pray for them, I pray not for the world, but for them which thou hast given me, for they are thine. Now, Yahweh Shai is praying for the remnant, the elect. And when he's talking about the world, he's talking about the world of Israel. Okay, so he's praying for the predestinated lot. But that's, another lesson for another time. Let's continue. Verse 10. And all mine are thine, and thine are mine, and I am glorified in them. Again, talking about the remnant. Okay, talking about the elect. Okay, and he's also going to make another statement that we're looking for right now through the statement that I made. Verse 11. And now I am no more in the world, but these are in the world. And I come to thee, Holy Father, keep through thine own name those whom thou hast given me, that they may be one as we. It's like that they may be one as we are. So again, we're supposed to have the same thought process, mindset, no divisions amongst us, be on the same frequency, see eye to eye. So the Lord hates, we hate. We love righteousness, we hate evil. We seek to walk uprightly, and we stay and don't mingle or partake in those that are perverse, corrupted, etc., man. Okay? Period. As a matter of fact, let's prove what I just said. I'm going to grab a couple more precepts, just to prove the point. So this is Proverbs chapter 8. And I'm going to read verse 13. And I'm going to read that in the NLT. Proverbs chapter 8, verse 13 in the NLT. All who fear Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai will hate evil. So these are examples and things that you need to be acknowledging and looking for to let you know those that fear the Lord, because those that fear the Lord are not going to be rebellious and not going to be trying to appease those in this world, man. No, because it states and says, man, the truth which have been so long without fruit shall flourish, and those that have an upright tongue, those are the Lord's delight. Roughly paraphrasing in the book of Proverbs chapter 12, those that have an upright tongue and do what's right are the Lord's delight. But those that are, matter of fact, Salak, I'm just going to read it. Because it's a good precept. Because it goes in this lesson. Thawadi Haba Shimi Haushai. Okay? Bear with me. Let me find this. It's Proverbs chapter 12, verse 22. Lying lips are abomination to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, and that's what Bishop Nathaniel did, man. He lied, man. Because again, first and foremost, if he was quick-witted and had the Spirit upon him, he would know when he should have said, "There's no such thing as white people." We don't know. There's no such thing as white people, so we don't recognize that. In the Bible, it states that the Lord hates Edomites. Okay, so we hate Edomites because we hate what the Lord hates. Okay, and again, as I stated, which he should have stated, we are supposed to be one, like-minded, in agreement, seeing eye to eye with the Lord and his Son. Okay, but again, he wants to appease the people of this world to make himself look good. Okay, and also to seek love of the enemy, man. Okay, so again, Proverbs 12, verse 22, lying lips are an abomination to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, but they that deal truly are his delight. And that's what we do. We deal truly, man, because we want to do what's acceptable and pleasing to the Lord. And let's jump back to Proverbs 13. Proverbs chapter 8, verse 13 in the NLT. All who fear the Lord will hate evil. Therefore, I hate pride and arrogance, corruption and perverse speech. And these are all things that's being advertised, pushed here in this captivity. Okay, these are all things that we have to fight against daily, man. Okay, prideful people, especially the Edomites, they're very, very, very prideful. They're and also too, they're very, very arrogant. Okay, and corruption, was surrounded by corruption. This place was built and structured off of corruption, which is still prospering and elevating right now, man. And perverseness, oh come on, man. Do I need to say any more, man? These are things that we're fighting against every single day. These are things that we see every single day when we wake up, when we turn on the TV, when we go on social media platforms, when we're in the world. We see all these things that are named and we hate them. Okay, because they're negative, they're evil, they're wicked. It has nothing to do with righteousness. It has nothing to do with our standards, which our standards are the same standards as Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Okay? But let's continue. Let's go to the book of, let's go back to Psalms. Matter of fact, let's go to Psalms. Salakia. I'm going to grab two more. We're going to close out because the point is made. Okay? Because this is how we carry ourselves and this is how we think. Okay? So I'm going to read. Man, this is beautiful. I'm going to start off at Proverbs chapter 26. I'm going to start off at verse 2 and I'm going to read to verse 5. Examine me, O Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, and prove me. Try my reins and my heart. So that's something that we do constantly for our benefit, for us to be better than we was the day before, and also for us to have improvements in ourselves, to be as stated, sanctified and purified by the word constantly, and also to strip away that leaven that is going to hold us back and also not be profitable for us and also for the sheep. Okay, because we're looked at as leaders, as the true spokesmen, watchmen, seers, mouthpiece of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. So for us to examine ourselves, and also for us to ask the Lord to examine us, because we might not acknowledge or recognize something that is in us that needs to be purged out. So these are things that we constantly have to do. We constantly have to prove ourselves and ask the Lord to try us and to continue to cleanse our heart, which is our mind. Verse 3, for thy loving kindness is before mine eyes, and I have walked in thy truth. Okay, so we walk in the truth. We're not going to appease and say things to make somebody else feel good. No, we're going to give you the truth, 144% raw and uncut, no filter. We're not here to cuddle your emotions or to make you feel a certain type of way. We're here to give you the truth, which has been so long without fruit. And in that truth is going to be lamentations, woes. It's going to be bitterness, just as well as it's going to be sweet like honey. Okay? Verse 4, I have not sat with vain persons, neither will I go in with dissemblers. So, this is a vain person that, you got two vain people. I ain't trying to be disrespectful, but I'm just calling how it is. Okay, and you got a lot of these so-called Israelites that claim they're in the truth. They sit with a lot of vain people that are just wicked. They're off. They're perverse. They're corrupted. Their minds are contaminated with the philosophies, the customs, the traits, the characteristics of this world. Okay, because the Lord is choosing those that he has predestinated to receive this gospel and to unlock the understanding in them. Everybody's not going to be able to resonate with the truth. Okay? It's only for the election. Okay? Verse 5, here goes the main point. I have hated. You have what? I have hated. Okay? The congregation of evildoers, and will not sit with the wicked. So we hate the congregation of evildoers, which is the wicked. And who is that? The so-called self-proclaimed white man whose true biblical nationality is the Hebrew Edomites, because there's no such thing as white people. It's no such thing as black people. It's no such thing as Chinese people. It's no such thing as African people. It's no such thing as Muslim people. Everybody has East Indian. Okay? Everybody has a biblical nationality. All right? And that's how we see them. That's how we refer to them, as their true biblical nationality, because that's who they will be recognized as in the kingdom. And right now, they're being acknowledged and recognized as their true nationalities. Isaiah 25, verse 7. Okay? But let's close out, because the point is made. So, we hate the congregation of evildoers, man. Because again, this is to be like-minded with Yahweh by Yahweh Shai, man. So Psalms chapter 139, y'all know what I'm going to. This is speak a few points, man. There's no such thing as white people, man. So this is Psalms 139, and I'm going to read verses 21 to 22. Do not I hate them, O Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, that hate thee? So those that hate the power, okay, the God, the Most High of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and the Israelites, okay, we hate you too. Salaki. And hate is not a harsh word, as the beloved elder Yashawamba looked up the word, which y'all can look it up for yourself. He looked it up and he gave you the definition of the word. So it's just a strong dislike, to be clear and to give you a quick meaning of the definition, but you can go look it up for yourself. Okay, in the etymology online, the Merriam-Webster, as many dictionaries as you want to, but the etymology online is the root meaning of words. Okay, do not I hate them, O Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, that hate thee, and am I not grieved with those that rise up against me? You damn right we're grieved with those that rise up against us, because those that rise up against us are supposed to be beneath us, man. And these people think that they are better than us, and that they'll never have to answer for what they've done and what they continue to do, man. But they're in for a rude awakening, man. Everybody's in for a rude awakening. Verse 22, I hate them with perfect hatred. I count them my enemies. And that's one of the main things. See the way Bishop Nathaniel was talking, and the way these other Israelites talk and be on these podcasts and everything else, they're basically making it seem like Israel don't have any enemies, man. Okay, and why is that? Because they sold out, they received their constellation, and they want this place to continue to prosper, man. Okay, because look at the type of spirit and the type of mood this man is in. He's not in the spirit of being grieved. He's not in the spirit of being vexed. He's not in the spirit of sorrow, mourning, weeping, sending up supplications to the Lord, praying for this place to be destroyed. No. This man is in the spirit of how can he keep on making more money to have a more of a comfortable, lavish lifestyle, man. Okay, so and also too, Salakia, those that follow IUIC and come on my comment board, just to give you a heads up, I'm going to erase your comment and block you, man. So I highly advise you just to shut up. And if you don't like what I'm saying, go watch somebody else, man. Okay, so I don't want to wrap this out, man. I hope and I pray that this is edifying, uplifting, and informative to the truths of Sa'aki and Wa'akwaf. We are like-minded with Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. He hates, we hate. Okay, we agree in every single aspect of the scriptures. There's no divisions between the elect, Yahweh, Yahweh Shai. So with that, I'm just going to say, Shalom.